My name is Zoya, and today I'll be talking about one of the most meaningful topics we've covered in this course, Aristotle's series of virtuous action. Out of all the philosophical ideas we've explored, this one really stuck with me because it challenges the way we think about ethics, not just as a set of rules to follow, but as a lifelong practice of becoming the best version of ourselves. Aristotle's view isn't just about what's right or wrong, it's about how we live, and I think that's something we can all relate to, especially as college students figuring out our identities, values, and our future paths. What is a virtuous action? Let's take a look. Aristotle believed that a virtuous action is one that comes from a place of moral excellence, but it's not just about the outcome of what you do, it's also about why and how you do it. He introduces the concept of the golden mean, which is the idea that virtue lies between two extremes. For example, take the virtue of courage. Too little courage makes you a coward, too much makes you reckless. Real courage, Aristotle says, is somewhere in the middle, where you feel fear but still chose to act for the right reasons. The idea really changed things for me. It made me realize that ethical living isn't about being perfect or robotic, it's about balance and intention. The role of habit and character. Virtue is developed through practice. We become virtuous by doing virtuous acts consistently. What makes Aristotle's theory even more powerful is that he says virtue isn't something we're born with, it's something we build. Just like learning a skill or training a muscle, we become virtuous by doing virtuous things over and over again. This is why character matters. Our character is the sum of our habits. If we practice honesty, generosity, and patience every day, even in small ways, those traits become part of who we are. But if we constantly lie or act selfishly, that shapes our character too. Aristotle's message is that we have control over who we become. We can shape ourselves through our choices and our habits. Why this matters today. Ethics is about becoming better, not just doing right, intentional living. In today's world, ethics is often reduced to rules or legal boundaries, what we can or can't do. But Aristotle challenges us to think deeper. It's not just avoiding punishment or checking moral boxes, it's about asking, who do I want to be? This is especially relevant now. We live in a time of constant pressure to succeed, perform, and compete. Aristotle reminds us to pause and reflect on our values. What kind of friend do I want to be? Or what kind of a student? Or what kind of leader? Virtue ethics encourages self-awareness, humility, and long-term growth. It shifts the focus from moment to moment choices to the bigger picture of a meaningful life. To wrap things up, Aristotle's theories of virtuous action is more than a philosophy. It's also a guide for life. It reminds us that living takes practice, and that character is built slowly through the habits we form and the choices we make. Virtue isn't about being flawless, it's about striving to live with excellence, purpose, and integrity. And that to me is very inspiring, an empowering way to think about ethics, not as a burden, but as a path. Thank you for listening.